Hey, it's your boy Boxing Talk 8576. I'm new to the YTBC. I just want to come on here and start giving my opinions and listen to other people's opinions. And listen here, man. Let's listen to other people's opinions. If they don't agree with you, we shouldn't get all mad and butthurt and call names. Just give your opinion, have some good dialogue, and let's move on. I just want to talk about some of the boxing channels I've been listening to over the last year or so, that inspired me to have my own channel. Guys like BK Warrior. He sounds like he has a appreciation for the sweet science of boxing. Dwyer, he has a histrionics of boxing. He goes back to Sonny Liston, Ali. He talks about all boxing. He breaks down different fighters' boxing styles and their approach and how each side is going to win the fight. Vizio Six, I listen to him. Listen to a lot of his videos. I like the way I like his angle and how he comes at boxing styles and fighters. Quentin Ball 23. I listen to a lot of his videos. He more or less does the current boxers. He breaks down fights. Different fights that's coming up. D Style Boxing. He has a good channel. You should go check his channel out. Dante Boxing Nation. I like his channel. He talks about current fighters and fighters of the past. You need to go check out his site. That's a good site. Cali Boxing. This guy he drops a video every 10 minutes. But it's good dialogue. It's good breaking down the fighters. He's more like it's more like a news type thing where he just keep dropping videos and keeping you updated on what's going on. Boxing Beats and Rhymes. This guy he's from England. I think he's from England. He talks about European fighters. He talks about American fighters. He has a histrionic of boxing. I mean, he has a whole history of old fighters, new fighters. I like the way he breaks down fighters on each side on how he think each one is going to win. I know he likes Floyd Mayweather, but he's not a Floyd Mayweather lover to where he just not gonna say what Floyd Mayweather is doing wrong and everything that's Floyd Mayweather is doing right. I like the way he has an unbiased opinion. He comes at it from different angles. 78 Fight News. You need to check out his channel. That's a good channel. I like 78 Fight News. I listen to one of his videos every time he put it up. Blood Boxing. Blood Boxing. He had a lot of people. He gets turned. A lot of people gets turned off by the way he talk, but that's just the way he delivers it because he has a passion for boxing. So he wanna get it out there and make sure you hear him. But he has very good opinions. He goes back to old fighters. He don't just talk about the young fighters. He talk about the old fighters. He keep the newer fighters. He hold them accountable for not doing basically what the old fighters had to go through, like fighting everybody in your weight class. Cleaning out a division. You know, he holds the fighters accountable for not fighting this guy or ducking this guy. I like his channel. I listen to his channel. Casino for Life. Casino for Life. It's been on in the YTBC for a long time. So he's one of the older cats. That's been holding it down, talking about boxing, and he gets a lot of respect from a lot of channels, deservingly so. Go check out his channel. Devon, he has I like the way he breaks down fights. I like the way he break down both styles. He come at you from a different angle, which is good. Everybody should have a lane to where you can go to their station and listen, go to their channel and listen to different takes on boxing. But I want to start out this video talking about legacy. Mayweather's legacy versus the money. I seen a video of 78 Fight News and Blood Boxing on how they had a legacy versus Mayweather versus Hopkins, who has the better resume. So I want to talk about Mayweather's decision to make money over his legacy, which he has in interview said he don't care about his legacy. He care about making the most money. This is prize fighting. That came out his mouth. So we're gonna go from that angle. Mayweather started off his career. He started off his career good. He beat Janelle Hernandez. I think he was 21 years old. So he was starting to build a little legacy there. He fought Diego Corrales, destroyed Diego Corrales, knocking him down like 6 times or so. Diego Corrales' father had to stop the fight. Um, he beat um, what's that guy's name? He beat guys like Angel Manfredi. He beat Jose Luis Castillo 2 times, even though the first fight, a lot of people, including myself, thought he lost the first fight. And then he beat guys like DeMarcus Chop Chop Corley, which he got stunned in that fight, but he came back and stopped Corley, beating him decisively. He fought Zab Judah. First 3 or 4 rounds, Zab Judah had a lot of success, but Mayweather figured him out, and then he took him out. He finished him. He beat him decisively. I remember in that fight, Judah hit him low and started a whole mayhem in the ring. Because he was getting pounded. He was getting beat. And his biggest fight came against Oscar De La Hoya. Okay, he beat Oscar De La Hoya, and Oscar De La Hoya was the golden boy. Oscar De La Hoya was the cash cow. That made Mayweather the new cash cow. So now he was in position to make big money after he made some money with De La Hoya, but now he was in position to make some big money. He fought Ricky Hatton, beat Ricky Hatton, knocked him out with a step back check left hook. Just destroyed Ricky Hatton. Ricky Hatton, I think, in the first couple rounds, maybe because he had some foot speed, he was kind of hyper and coming in, and Mayweather, took a couple rounds to figure him out. But once he figured him out, he destroyed him. And now he made some money off of Ricky Hatton, but after he fought De La Hoya, instead of keep fighting and keep the momentum going, he retired. When all these other young, hungry fighters was out there, like Paul Williams, he was out there. Luis Colazo was out there. Berto was out there. Kermit Cintron was out there. It was a lot of fighters out there he could have fight. He could have fought, to start building up his legacy, but he just didn't fight him. He retired. Manny Pacquiao was out there. I don't know what was his, thinking. Maybe he wanted to take some time off, or maybe he just didn't want to fight a whole lot of these guys that was out there that was possibly threats, to his undefeated streak. Because Mayweather loves to have that zero on his record. That's all he talks about. That's how he separates himself from a lot of fighters. He say, "Oh, this guy beat this guy, loses this guy beating this guy losing, this guy winning." But nobody has beaten Floyd Mayweather. See, so that's his whole thing. He want to keep his O as much as possible. So he started fighting, guys like Ortiz. Okay, Ortiz came off a big victory from knocking out Berto or stopping Berto. Beating him up pretty good, even though Berto knocked him down. It was a pretty good fight, but Ortiz clearly won. He put on a good performance after that Marcus Maidana meltdown he had when he quit. But yeah, okay, Floyd Mayweather fought him. Okay, he beat him. He knocked him out. Okay, we can say he cheap shot at him, but we can also say Ortiz headbutted him. So I guess Ortiz got what was coming to him. And then he started fighting a lot of Mexican fighters. Mayweather has taken advantage of the biggest audience that we have in boxing, and that's the Mexican fans. They are the biggest fan base that we have in boxing that stands behind their fighters, and Mayweather knows that. So he fights every on May Day. He calls it May Day. Cinco de Mayo. He fights a Mexican so he can make a lot of money. But this is the problem. He chose to make money over fighting fighters that will build up his legacy. It's all right to make money, which he started making a lot of money after the De La Hoya fight. He should have. He didn't want to balance money and legacy. He should have fought more fighters, different styles, fighters that would give him trouble, fighters like Margarito, fighters like Paul Williams, fighters like Centron. See, these are tall, rangy fighters. He fought the tallest rangy fighter he fought was Diego Corrales. He destroyed Diego Corrales. But he has not since then fought anyone that had a longer reach than him. I think other than De La Hoya, I think him and De La Hoya probably had similar reaches. De La Hoya was a little taller, not that much taller, maybe about an inch or so taller. But he has not fought any young fighter taller than him, rangier than him, and is not flat-footed. A lot of these Mexican fighters that he fought is flat-footed fighters. No flat-footed Mexican fighter will ever beat Floyd Mayweather. He moves too well in the ring. He counterpunches them. They're slow. Their hand speed is slow. He is clearly faster than them. The only advantage they come in is with power. And what people don't realize, you have to be in a position to land your power for it to work. Your power, you can't say, oh, he's a big puncher, he gonna knock me. No, he's not gonna knock Mayweather out. See, people still caught up on that Luis Castillo fight to where at least Luis Castillo put a lot of pressure on Mayweather. He was a big puncher, and he got to Mayweather in that first fight. And then everybody saying, oh, that's the blueprint to beating Mayweather. No, people caught up into that, and that is not the blueprint to beating Mayweather. A fighter that's going to beat Mayweather is a fighter that has good hand speed, can move, not flat-footed. He can't be a flat-footed fighter and think he's gonna catch up with Mayweather. He's too fast. Once he decides to move the way he moves in his last two fights versus Guerrero and versus Canelo, no one that's flat-footed is gonna ever beat that man. He could be 50 years old and they probably won't beat him. So it's going to be a slick fighter that's gonna beat Mayweather. He's got to be slick, quick on his feet, fast hands. See, a lot of people, they don't like Amir Khan. But Amir Khan has the attributes to give Mayweather a great fight. Yes, his chin is in question. But if he can stay out of range, use his jab, he's longer than Mayweather. He's a little taller than Mayweather. His feet is just as fast as Mayweather. His hands may be faster than Mayweather's because Mayweather, people think Mayweather's so fast, but Mayweather punches one or two punches. He throw one or two punches at a time. He throw those one or two. He throw either the straight right hand or the check left hook. Straight right. He very seldom uses his jab. He uses his shoulder roll and his feet to get out of position of getting hit. That's why when he throw the right hand, he rolls out to the left, or he'll hold you. So I think Devin Alexander will give him some trouble. I think Timothy Bradley will give him some trouble. Timothy Bradley is an underrated fighter. He's a slick. He got a kind of like a not a slick style, but he's athletic. He moves very well in the ring. He has decent hand speed, and he comes to fight. I never seen Timothy Bradley lay down for anyone. Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao has to get past Brandon Rios, but Manny Pacquiao can. Let me tell y'all right now. When Manny Pacquiao was going through all these big fighters, knocking them out, or stopping them, or beating them up, you heard a quote. You start hearing Mayweather and quotes from Mayweather camp saying, all of a sudden, Manny Pacquiao is on drugs. See, that was the blueprint they was laying down to have Mayweather have excuses why he won't fight Manny Pacquiao. His father was like, no, I wouldn't put my son in the ring with him. He came from 106 pounds. You don't come from 106 pounds and beating up guys that's 154 pounds or 147 pounds. That just doesn't happen in boxing. This is my take on it. They seen Pacquiao destroying these bigger fighters. He was fast. He's fast. He has fast hands. And they seen that he was beating up these fighters some fighters that Mayweather wouldn't even fight, and they said no, we're not gonna go in the ring with him. Not yet anyway. We're not gonna rush in there because the fight between Mayweather and Pacquiao was hot in 2009. I'm talking about hot like fire. That fight should have happened in 2009. There's no reason why that fight should not have happened in 2009. Mayweather had all these excuses. Oh, he's on drugs. No one gets knocked out in the beginning of their career and then all of a sudden become a great fighter. That just doesn't happen. Well, it happened. Pacquiao has never failed a drug test. I see if he failed a drug test before. The man never failed a drug test before, but yet you want the man to take a drug test, and he never failed a drug test before. Before Mayweather started all this drug test thing, I wonder if someone would have came up to Mayweather, because Mayweather can be a little sensitive, and came up to him and said, "Man, are you on drugs?" I wonder how Mayweather would have took it if somebody would have just accused him and said like, "Oh no, you got to take a drug test to fight me." You never failed a drug test in your career, but to fight me, you got to take a drug test. Because I can't believe you that good. To me, that's a compliment to Pacquiao for him to say, "I want you to take a drug test before you fight me because I don't believe you that good." You know, Mayweather just chose money over his legacy. He stated it. I'm fighting for money. Okay, if you fighting for money, Pacquiao was the biggest money fight you can make back then in 2009, but you didn't fight him. So you fighting for money when it's convenient for you. You fight for money when you can fight a flat-footed Mexican. That's when you fight. That's when you fighting for money. You don't want to fight Pacquiao when you and him were both at the top together, and then y'all could have came together and made a bundle of money. Y'all could have came together and made more money than you made on the Canelo fight, and you made a lot of money on the Canelo fight. Y'all could have made a lot more money, But I don't want to run this video too long. That's my take on Mayweather, his legacy versus money. Hey, it's your boy Boxing Talk 8576. I'm new to the YTBC. I just want to come on here and start giving my opinions and listen to other people's opinions. And listen here, man. Let's listen to other people's opinions. If they don't agree with you, we shouldn't get all mad and butthurt and call names. Just give your opinion, have some good dialogue, and let's move on. I just want to talk about some of the boxing channels I've been listening to over the last year or so, that inspired me to have my own channel. Guys like BK Warrior,